So I meant to record this yesterday. I just didn't. I didn't have the time for it, unfortunately. But I'm going to now. I I have a lot of movies that I watched recently. First one up here, we got War Dogs. So this is based on a true story. I don't really know what to say about this movie. It's fine. It's fine. It's not great. I watched it. I like the second act's really slow. It's kind of boring. But it's fun enough. There's some moments I laughed. I liked it. The cast was good. It's got like Jonah Jonah Hill's in it, Miles Teller, and they do good jobs, and it's fun. So I enjoyed it. It wasn't a great movie, but hey, I enjoyed it. So I don't have too much to say about that. Trying to find the other movies I watched here. Oh yeah, Snow White and the Huntsman I also watched, which was actually, this movie wasn't that bad. Like, it's pretty good. I expected this to be way worse than this film was, but like, I'm just gonna point this out right now. Like, this was actually pretty cool. It is not. I thought this film was gonna be really bad. There was this time where like Hollywood was like, yeah, let's just do Hollywood adaptations of fairy tale movies, but let's do them dark. Because Wicked was really popular. The original Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland, that movie made like $1 billion worldwide. Like, no joke, $1 billion worldwide. Okay. And it was like, what? They were all awful movies. Like, they stopped making them because they kept flopping after that. Because Alice in Wonderland, the only reason that movie was such a big hit was because like Avatar just come out the year before, and Avatar was like this impressive, big, big landmark of a film in terms of like special effects, not in terms of story, characters, or anything that actually makes the film good. But like, people were amazed by this film. A lot of people like Avatar. I can't say do. I haven't rewatched it since it came out, and I don't ever plan to. So, but I just never got into it, and so Alice in Wonderland was terrible, and they made a sequel and it bombed. So that's how you know, like, this film was never that good, and people forgot about it. Also, they waited like so long to make that sequel. Was like, anybody care? I actually saw that film. I liked it when it came out because I was actually a fan of all of Burton's movies back when that film came out, and then I was like, yeah, these films aren't that great. I started realizing Burton's film because it was like a phase where it was like everything dark was awesome, and Tim Burton was like my jam, and then I kind of grew out of that phase, and so you get to this movie, and I was like, nah, I don't have high expectations. The only reason I bought it because it was like $6 and a steelbook for $6. I was like, yeah, I'll grab that and watch that. And it was actually pretty well acted. The girl from Twilight was not horrible. She was fine, and that's like 100% step up from Twilight. You went from being the worst thing ever to fine, and I'm okay with it. And I'm like, yes, you did a good job. And she went on. She tried really hard in different movies. She's actually not that bad of an actress. None of the actresses in Twilight were that bad. They're treated like crap now because they were in those movies and they were so successful and everybody's seen them. But it's like, yeah, those films are awful, and it's really sad that these great actors were in those films, so they're getting hate for giving good performances. But this movie was like fun. It had some actually really well done action. Like, it wasn't great action, but it was pretty well done, and it was fun. It was super engaging. It was actually a really well paced movie. I really liked this movie. It's not like a great movie, but in terms of like a fun movie that has kind of like a darker spin on fairy tales, this is pretty fun to watch. And it's not, like I said, not a great movie. It's fine, like, but it's really enjoyable, and I definitely probably will end up rewatching this film again. And I did not expect that going into it. I thought I was going to hate it and just be like, get this out of here. I don't want this. But, because I could have probably sold that Steelbook for a few bucks. Steelbooks go for money. But, so let's get into Firefly, which is what I watched. I love Firefly, but I didn't make it to disc 3. I will be doing that soon, whenever I get a chance to do that. Okay, so let me open this up here. Okay. Okay, so disc 2 has Safe, Our Mrs. Reynolds, which are, and Out of Gas, Jamestown, and Ariel. So those are the 5 episodes on the disc. Our Mrs. Reynolds is one of my favorite episodes because basically you have this kind of guy, Malcolm Reynolds, who's kind of messed up, right? He's like, and him having, ending up in this arranged marriage with this girl is so funny, and it's so entertaining to watch, and watching the other characters play off each other, because the cast of the show is so good, and they're really, really funny. It's a really fun episode, and it's super entertaining, and I like how they bring that character back later in the show and do things with her. I really like that. And then you had the episode Jamestown, which is a really funny episode where they go to this town, and Jane is seen as this hero of the town, and it's a really funny episode, and I love that episode so much. One of my favorite episodes. I know people are like, could be cut. I don't believe it ever could be cut from the show because it has so much good character work for Jane. Not a ton, but there's enough that it just works. And then you have Out of Gas, which is this episode set in the future, and I'm not even going to say anything about it or spoil it. It's one of the best of the series. Definitely worth watching. This is my favorite, probably my 3rd favorite TV show ever. And I don't know how I forgot that, but after rewatching it again, I'm like, yes, this show is up there. I don't know. I probably should have put this in my favorite TV show. I don't know. It's really hard to think about where I'd put this, but this is an amazing show. And I'm excited to get to the last disc and then watch Serenity again. Serenity is definitely one of my favorite movies. So, check that out.